One of the things that we do in Natural Circles that's really important, we talk about centering the voices of Black students. But I think it's important for us to hear from staff and to listen and believe them as well. So now we know what we're working with. That's the space that's missing. Natural Circles of Support is an approach to working with schools to address racial disparities in the schools by bringing Black students together in circle so that they can share their concerns as well as their aspirations and have a group of adults who are essentially advocates to see that it gets done. The challenges that our African American students are facing are challenges just related to being working class and poor, economic challenges that their families are facing. So many of our kids are not successful in school.
Some of those kids, they go through a school day of not feeling like they belong, a sense of usefulness, a sense of influence.
And other means of meeting needs when they don't have direction, when they don't have a sense of being cared for, they don't have a sense of hope. And that's why we created Natural Circles of Support.
So in Circles, it creates that whole sense of belonging in a different perspective. It's a safe space for kids of color to come, to be affirmed, validated, and empowered. You got a win for the week? And I like to start with wins because sometimes people only talk about what's wrong, or like, how can we help? And they don't really acknowledge what's right. So I like to acknowledge, like, what's your win for the day? Like, do you get nervous when you go? I like to find questions that challenge them, that encourage them, that reassures them, and shows their brilliance.
So again, Circles is strength-based. That's the beauty there that we can tap from and then make that grow.
So it's just an opportunity for growth and connection.
But we don't stop there because we know that even though those kinds of affinity spaces are important, what's important in terms of long-term change is that those adults around them are also changed such that they support them. We work with schools to develop a leadership team, what we call a professional learning community, to kind of figure out how do we now better understand what is keeping this problem in place and what we need to change in order to unleash the potential for change that already exists in the space.
Natural Circles teach you to create a foundation that anybody can come, build up, launch off, or stay.
The attitude that students had towards themselves improved. The attitude that peers had towards students also improved. And then the relationship, of course, between the staff and the students, I think, improved in a lot of ways as well.
I like to reflect the students to the teachers and then reflect teachers to students so they can have a better bridge of understanding to build a better, effective relationship.
I see the passion and joy my team members, our staff, have for this work.
There's beauty in every human being. And that's why we have those groups, so that they can come there and feel who they are.
When you look at marginalized groups, when they start doing better, when they start doing good, well then when you look at the surrounding, everybody is doing good.
And they look forward to it. It gives them a voice, and the things that they come out with, it reassures me that we are doing the right process with these kids.
There's not a better moment for an approach like Natural Circles of Support. We've got to do a better job for our students. We've got to do a better job for our families. We've got to do a better job for our teachers.
I've gone into meetings where people were skeptical about this, didn't really quite understand it. And then we have the meeting and we talk about what this work is and our approach. We listen to them, and we're able to take what they offer and help you see, whoa, in spite of everything, look what you have to work with, that you have more than you know. I walk out of that and I hear teachers say, I feel hopeful now. That's when I do this work, because we can do this together.